Unforgettable. Unforgettable. That's what you are. Hey, I'm Ray of Sunshine. Let me stop the wobbling here. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. Some of you may remember. Hey, some of you might remember that particular musical selection by some of the top contributors were Nat and Natalie.
Trauma.
And I particularly liked that version with both of them together, which Natalie developed right after her father passed away.
As you may know, I've been using
beautiful version.
my new Oracle days on this program. During this particular segment, we're in the middle of the M's.
But that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about today. Unforgettable, the unforgettable you, the unforgettable uniqueness of you.
We're transitioning into a different format.
And I'm enjoying spending a little time with you.
But I've been using the Oracle deck in different ways. This is one.
Yeah, I think of unforgettable in terms of, like this great romance and this
brand new one that I just got.
Romance and this wonderful falling in love, and
which is called The Chosen Ones, 144.
Being infatuated with somebody and they're unforgettable and blah blah blah. But you know what? I started
Created
on
by
that
Magi, the High Priestess.
Particular journey, I don't know, probably a couple of years ago now. More like 70 years, and who knows how many lifetimes to be exact.
What I did before I pressed record is I picked a card.
And I don't know, maybe I still seem uptight, but if you think I'm uptight now, you should have seen. In fact, you should go see videos. I'm going to put a couple video links on the boxes on the side of my head at the end of this video. One of them is the one that I did just before this, which would be the L4, because that also talks about,
for today's topic. And I've spoken about trauma often on a lot of the before videos.
A journey of romancing myself.
And it's something that...
A journey of falling in love with myself. Let me tell you why that would be important. Of the trajectory, of the... I have trouble saying that word. Trajectory that we are on this planet right now. Let me tell you why that might be important. I gather information from lots of places. As you know, tarot card readings, all kinds of... And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of challenges, too. And that's what... Divination, astrology, lots of different places. Lots of places that people have no interest in whatsoever. And that's what I show. I was kind of surprised over these past couple of years, really. So the plan was that I had this message. I was in the process... Really, to run into so many people who have no clue. Who have no clue that we are... that I was going to get out in this YouTube presentation. The fun. And one thing I discovered that worked well for me, I was just like anxious to get started, and I got this idea of, why don't I just film the whole process in the process? I had done a lot of redos. And in many of my earlier videos, and not only in this whole video presentation, I've done a lot of redos in my life. I am the master of correction. Dazzling with these represent something else. And I have some of those stories back in some of my earlier videos. But when I did calligraphy and stuff like that, I would do this whole big calligraphy certificate, like citizen. Just like each one of these leaves is an individual process. They all make finding the unforgettableness of me. They all make up a part of this one tree on this branch. They all make. So, what does that sound like? Certificate, like Citizen of the Year, for example, right? So it kind of sounds like me and you and the rest of the world. So, and it was like hundreds of dollars for this, because it's hours and hours and hours. It would take me weeks. The past has a lot of what I'm going to be talking about
See, I would have a lot of what I'm the rest of the world, and so you have to be meticulous. And if you make a mistake, you got to figure out is creating the world that we desire. You don't put a wrong dot or something. It kind of sounds like me and you dot or something. You know what I mean? Because there goes the whole thing, and you got to start over again. And so you have, when you get to the end of something like that, deliberate creating. If it's kind of cockeyed, right? I'll try it out. So I can deliberately. What is forgettable, and I talk about that in many of my previous videos. Letting go of the past. The past serves its purpose. More like almost 70 years, to be exact. More like almost 70 years.
Picture is chip off the old block. I don't remember. Some of you might have heard the expression. What is it? Spit an image.
That. And so here we are, you and me, being profusely kind to each other. But wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be incredible? Wouldn't it be a wonderful thing?
I've heard it 1.5 million times. Spit an image of my dad, right? Spit an image of my...
Anyway, look.
Chip off the old block.
I'm hoping that you'll find me unforgettable. There were more individuals who got in on the plan. So that would be one of the reasons why you might want to share this video. But we'll be talking more about things like that. I repeat,
it occurred to me that on a different level,
that I repeat a lot of things, a lot of the same things in a lot of my earlier videos, and I'm not going to repeat a lot of them here because you can go back there and see them. And what it is here. One is that you'll have a better understanding. There's some important reasons why I'm trying to show you might want to go back there with this video programming. My first video, my pilot video, I didn't know anything about editing back then. I didn't know there were editing programs. I didn't know that there were editing apps or whatever. I didn't know anything about it. But I didn't do any editing. My first video was ready to get started. Pilot video, Why Me, which is because I don't want you drifting off. Which is 25 minutes and 26 seconds long. I can't even tell. I can understand. I can't even tell you. I could not even count how many times I had filmed the whole thing over and over and over again because I didn't have the capability of editing and I didn't have time to be. I can understand drifting off a little bit, but I had to get going on this. I didn't have time to be figuring all that out. For you to take a look at it over there. Imagine. And every once in a while, you got to come back. You got to come back and check in. Stay in touch. Stay connected. You got to peek your head in deliberately. What I did was, sometimes I rely on my notes. If some of the earlier ones came out, I'm going to mix them in with this. I don't think any of the earlier how to fix it. So the past has. We're all contributed. We're all to the uniqueness of you. Equal parts. Now it's time to let it go of the puzzle. Let it go. Puzzle. And the function that we all have in common is connecting. Be grateful. Be grateful for it. That I don't know if you've seen my pilot video yet. It's not a masterpiece of cinematography. With each other. So, if you disappear, there's a crucial part to the puzzle missing. You could subscribe. That'll give you I don't know what that'll give you. So if you disappear, but there's a crucial I think it'll make me more accessible, things that you like, things that you subscribe to are likely to pop up on your screen. Not really. But it tells the story of being falsely arrested, my lawyer collaborating with the judge and the prosecutor for a guilty verdict. Falsely imprisoned before the trial even falsely began. Convicted for a sexual crime. When I got out, after we got out of prison, with each other, let's put it that way. However, there's a crucial message. Two big messages. One is that go look at that ray of sunshine. Look at the development, the progression over a period of time. So that put a different twist on my perception of the whole thing. Someone gave me a tarot card reading for a gift, and I went to see Liz, my tarot card reader. She's been reading my tarot cards for 30 years. For you to click on, so that's probably one thing you do. You could like, because I like being liked. How would I know if you like me? If you don't send me a like. That gave me a whole lot more to think about in terms of forgiveness.
I have some big, huge announcements coming up.
First thing she said when I sat down was, lies. I said,
and it affects you. It affects everybody on this planet. It affects all of us. Exciting news.
I said, what? She said, lies. She said, it's these big red letters up on a hill, the Hollywood sign. But it's big red letters and it says lies. You know, the thing is, back then, I knew they were lies, which led to a false conviction. I didn't know the extent of it. And healing. But you know, when I first got, we served some time in prison while we were awaiting the trial, which ended up in a mistrial. Extent of it. I didn't know till several months ago. I served a 13-year sentence. My husband Sid passed away before the sentence was complete. He passed away in 2015, which was about halfway through the sentence.
And I said that because fun is in the process. So it's all here for you, for your viewing pleasure. You can go back to any one of my previous videos because, you know, I repeat many of the same things over and over and over again. The sentence, but I completed the sentence. We were threatened by representatives of the court that you are going to plead guilty or you're not going to last the night if you go back to jail. Then they decided to add another 17 years. Once my sentence was done, they added another 17 years of what they call community supervision, which in effect is exactly the same thing as probation. But when the 13 years was almost done, just a month before it was done, I got a download. And the download, I call it that because the download, by the way, is like instant flash that came to me. A psychic put me right in. It's kind of hard to explain, but the courthouse chambers, and I saw all the details became clear instantly. But I knew exactly what was going on. I was in the courtroom. I was in the judge's chambers, and I heard the conversations and the judge saying, "We're not going to drag this on, are we?" Those who were implicit in the false conviction were all the representatives of the court. Dreams. Hey, look, there's my new vehicle. I talked about that in a couple of my previous videos. So in just about every one of my videos. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of repeating here because you can go back. There'll be some boxes on the side of my head at the end of this video. The process. And there's my new kayak right on top there too. The prosecutor. Pretty neat. And my pretty nifty, huh? That's all. Well, you know, I've worn this outfit before. Pretty nifty, huh? Pop in, say hello every once in a while. My own attorney. And you know, great seeing you here today. I hope you stick around a while. In previous, did I tell you about my outfit yet? No. On the front of it. However, it's a little different than it was. And you know, so I was debating. I said, well, you know, I could go change it up. Taco drip or not doesn't matter. Presentation. Because right now there's a big, you know, actually, if you go back and look at some of my previous presentations, you would say, oh, a taco drip. I'll take a taco drip any day compared to some of those crazy. They're there for a reason. Goings on. That's what I show in my whole presentation, evolving into the uniqueness of you, discovering. We can all come together, and create the world of our dreams. Playtime. And you know what? Up until that point, that my attorney, that never even occurred to me, the thought never even crossed my mind, would stab me in the back. But she did. What makes you unforgettable. Unforgettable. That's what you are. Create you.